Ahoy there, ladies and gentlemen. Seems that we have a winner for the poll, and that would be The Dark Eye. And I must say that of the three games that I put in the poll, this is the one that I wanted to win, and I'm very pleased that it did. So, I'm going to try to be as brief as I can as I introduce this game, because it does deserve a little bit of talking about first, and I will try to be efficient and do so as I be corny as fuck and light a candle. So, this game this game has been recommended to me by my friend Theo for a good while now, but above all else, this was the game that developer of Scratches, Augustin Cordes, called his all-time favorite horror game in an interview that I had the privilege of having with him. Funny enough, much like Scratches, this game is also abandonware. It came out in 1995, which I think makes it the second oldest game I played on this channel, next to the original Myst. Or maybe that was a technically remaster, but it was still Myst, bottom line. This game is a video game adaptation of a lot of Edgar Allan Poe's works. I think it's going to be more of an anthology than a single story of his that's adapted, but it's got a lot of very interesting talk around it from the bits and pieces that I've seen. Not only is this game relatively unheard of, but the people who have played it have told me it really is the shit. It's a great time. But already, I have to admit, I am a little afraid of this game, just off of how uncanny this menu is. I especially hate the hand icon. I know that they did this a lot in the 90s. It's just a photo of somebody's hand as the cursor. I really hope that's just for the menu. So this game is abandonware. I'm playing it through DOSBox, which I really don't understand how it works at all, but it was surprisingly easy to get running on Windows 10. I just installed DOSBox, and then I installed the game and followed the directions on a site called Collection something. I'll put it on screen. And it was starting to run for me. So hopefully it's going to recognize my save games and we'll be able to get a good solid playthrough in. Last thing I want to do before we start is that I wanted to read the entry for this game on the site I got it from, the collection site. It starts with, "The works of Edgar Allan Poe has never really been translated successfully to other mediums. While the series of films directed by Roger Corman were pretty good, they are questionable as adaptations. The skin-crawling psychological horror missing in those 60s B-movies are here in full force with The Dark Eye." Oh, and one last warning I will give you going into it, because it's going to be a bit of a shock if you're not expecting it. I'm told that all of the cutscenes in this game are claymation, which is probably going to be fucking terrifying just to look at. Alright, let's start. New game. Keep it going. Am I supposed to click on this? You click on the eye.
For the wild narrative which I'm about to tell, I neither expect nor ask for belief. It would be mad to expect such a thing, in a case where my own senses reject their evidence. Yet I'm not mad, and I surely do not dream.
Forgot to mention, this is also narrated by, I believe, Christopher S. Burroughs is his name? William S. Burroughs. That's who narrated this game. And I must say I'm not at all familiar with who he is, other than he's a figure in American literature of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. But that is his voice who will be carrying us through the story. Oh boy. Just this knocker. So, I am reasonably familiar with Poe, not super actively.
I suppose you're the young master Mr. Aldwych waits for. Go ahead on in.
Yeah, that's, I wasn't quite ready for that. I don't even know this guy's name yet. What I was saying is that, as far as, like, horror authors go, I'm a complete Lovecraft junkie, but I really should know more about Poe, since Poe is a huge inspiration of Lovecraft, and I don't really know too much about him, which might actually be optimal playing this game, because,
There you are. You haven't just come.
because it means I
But it's
have
exceedingly
less story
dangerous
spoilers.
to traverse the coast this time of day.
Extreme danger. Who might you be, Mr. Painter?
I'm so glad you came. I find that the pleasant company of my relations calms my nerves.
Mm-hmm. This is something else. Can I talk to people in this game, or?
Careful. I use a special thinner. The fumes can do all sort of damage to you. A painter I knew fairly went mad from it.
Oh, look, my hand. Paint thinner, huh?
Poor soul. He scratched out his own eyes in a fit of frenzy. His own eyes!
Someone huffed the paint thinner and scratched out their eyes. Eh.
Just watch that you keep the windows open.
Keep the windows open. This might take a little bit of getting used to.
I have a surprise. Your brother Henry is here. He's upstairs visiting with Elise even now.
So we got a silent protagonist, it seems, which makes me think we won't have dialogue options. We might.
It's a pastime of mine. By keeping my mind occupied, I attempt to dispel some of the constitutional agitation which afflicts me.
Constitutional agitation. Okay, so our brother Henry is upstairs. I know like a handful of Poe stories, and so far I'm not really recognizing any of them. So to some of you, maybe this is like an obvious setup to something, and I wouldn't know what it is. I'll turn around. Okay, be careful not to go off the border of the screen when I navigate. Empty canvases? Huh. There's the stairs. There's something about just old, muddy 90s games, especially 90s horror games, that really just makes me uncomfortable. So the game already has a leg up on me.
What a delightful time that was.
Cousin, you've come. Oh, we're so happy.
Oh, dear brother, delighted to see you.
So that's
Please,
Henry.
Join us.
And that's my cousin.
Henry has just been relating his adventures to me. He's been everywhere.
Is that so, Henry?
But my travels are over. I'm ready to settle down.
How did you find Uncle Edwin? We're worried about him. He is consumed by his paintings.
So that's our uncle.
Are you unwell? You look a little peaked.
Fade to black? Did we just... This is the... What? Where did they go? Are we in the same place? I thought we were passing out, but suddenly, like, everyone's gone. And it's orange outside. Worst color. Damn it. Is Uncle Edwin still here? No, he's gone too. Can I see what he was painting? Is this the paint thinner? Is this the paint thinner speaking to me? I didn't even try the keys. I'm guessing... It's possible there's like an inventory or something in this game. I don't know. Was this room here before? Probably. I'm still just learning the house. Letter opener? Or a knife? Is that my reflection? not totally clear on what that was. Dear Dr. Reynolds, I'm writing the letter?
Each time she falls into another of her trances, she emerges ever more stricken and ever less the happy cousin I remember from my youth.
Someone is suffering trances? This is a completely different room now. Is that a knife or a letter opener? What is this hand thing he does?
Aegeus, look after Berenice.
Look after Berenice. It's difficult to tell with such a fat cursor where there actually are hitboxes and where there's not. Hey there, boy.
Young man, our lineage has stood honorably for centuries.
Okay. Touch the fire. That could be a good idea. Wait, I think I could touch something down there like the fire poker. No, it's just the fucking hand cursor. We saw this painting in the other room. Point and
I will
family.
muse for long unwearied hours, with my attention riveted to some frivolous device in the margin of a book.
Point in family history. How about this statue? That's Perseus with Medusa's head, isn't it? Did the fire go out, or can I just not see it from here? No, it's still going. It's so weird how the hand changes position
Her
when you
steady decline.
hover over some things. Okay, we'll open the door now. Nope, open the door. Where are the door hitboxes in this game? Come on. Maybe we don't open the door.
Or become absorbed for the better part of the day in a quaint shadow falling upon the floor.
What? What was that about a shadow on the floor? Are you gonna speak to me now?
She's almost gone.
Is this supposed to be my cousin who's falling into trances? Oh, the whole letter's written now. Is he gonna read this or should I?
We burden you with all these cares, but they occupy all my waking thoughts. Yours, Aegeus Poynton.
Aegeus. That's our name. Alright, fuck it. I will give this a read. Dear Dr. Reynolds, I am much concerned about Bernice. I think that's her name. Each time she falls into another one of her trances, she emerges over more stricken and ever less the happy cousin I remember from my youth. The medications you recommended no longer seem to have any effect. I wonder if you could visit us and labor to reverse her steady decline. As for me, I find that I am nearly unable to leave the gray gloom of my cherished library. My propensity for prolonged fascinations with objects of no genuine interest still afflicts me from time to time. I will muse for... I'm gonna get some of this wrong. I will muse for long, unwearied house, with my attention hunted to stale something devices. Stale burdened devices in the margin of a book, or become absorbed for the better part of a day in a Wait a second. Or become absorbed for the better part of a day in a quaint shadow falling upon the floor. I think that this letter was slowly being written as we looked around the room. Now that we've looked at everything and come back to it, we can finish the letter. Or repeat momentarily? Or repeat momentarily some common word until the sound ceases to convey any idea whatever to the mind. I'm sorry each time I write to reburden you with all these things, with all these cares, but they occupy all my waking thoughts. Yours, Aegeus Poynton. Wow, that took me like 5 minutes to read this. I was never very good with cursive, even when I wrote it regularly, but since I've started learning Russian, I've had to learn Russian cursive, and that just betrays everything I know about reading English cursive, so... Come on, can you blame me? I hope there's not that much cursive in this game. Oh my god. Knock at the door. So yeah, I think that letter was... We began writing it... Never mind.
Cousin, you never leave this room. Come with me for a stroll.
What? Are these options? I think they are. What does this one mean? I didn't click.
Yes. Are you alright?
I'm just fine. I'm just fine, actually.
Her eyes have grown lusterless. Even in the days of her beauty, I never loved her.
Look, this game has QuickTime events. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk.
Berenice, it occurs to me that perhaps we should marry.
Wouldn't be a Poe story without that.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I believe we should. Perhaps come November.
I'm quite overcome.
Okay.
Help someone! Berenice has fallen!
No, I'm alright. It's past.
Come, miss, you've taken another of your turns.
Irish chambermaid of some kind? Maybe she'll be important. So our cousin Berenice is in, like, poor mental health state, and we just proposed to her, I guess? Can I leave now? Okay, so we are Aegeus Poynton, and this is our library, and we never leave it for some reason, and we're, like, slowly going mad, and we're just, like, staring at shadows on the floor, and repeating words to ourselves all day. And we were writing a letter to the doctor to come see about our cousin, who we're now trying to marry, because Edgar Allan Poe. And she goes into trances, frequently. I think this is supposed to be Berenice here.
Aegeus, look after Berenice.
No, that's probably her mother. Our aunt, then. Well, we can't interact with the letter anymore, and I assumed the next thing to do would be to leave the room. But I don't think we can do that either. Is that the point of the story, is that for some neurotic reason we won't leave our library? What do I get if I click on these paintings? My hand lights up when it goes over this one. But I don't know why. Click on the window.
Her steady decline.
I still haven't been able to interact with either of these.
I have never loved her.
I get that feeling that this is all arranged. That's what the paintings are saying, is that our lineage has stood strong for a century. Hello, person. Hello there. Who was that, and can I see it again? Can I help you,
Her
man?
eyes have grown lusterless.
The fan, maybe?
Another of her trances.
Another of her trances.
Another of her trances.
I think you have to click when the hand is rotated to look head-on. Is that how this works? It seems like I can only get that another of her trances thing.
Perhaps we should marry.
No, don't do that. That would be a bad idea. You can see her from this angle, too. Who is this woman supposed to be? This looks too old to be Berenice. Here, I'm looking for another place where there's a lighting up hand that rotates to see if I can test my theory. Okay, so like right here.
Ever less the happy cousin I remember from my youth.
I think that's it, yeah. I think that the hand has to be dead on to interact. Like this. That seems to be it.
The happy cousin I remember from my youth.
So, glad I figured that out now rather than way later. How about the shadow on the floor? Can I see that again? That was especially interesting. What the fuck?! Alright, that got me. that actually got me. Simply by virtue of how fucking weird it was. But now, can I leave this room now? I'm starting to like my library less and less. Open the fucking door! I don't want to be in here. Here we go with this shit again. Why do we feel guilty about this? This feels like... The way that this is framed is like this is our fault for some reason that nobody knows.
The day of our nuptials approaches.
I'm not cool with that. Is that fucking runes? What is this? The fire went out. I think that's what I noticed, the change in the sound, is I wasn't hearing a fire burning anymore. Wait, we can click on this painting.
Quickly, young man.
What am I supposed to do about this lady? I really just don't know. There's just like a ghost phasing in and out of the armchair. Oh my god. Thank you. Come here, human. That's her again.
Dearest Aegeus.
Is that a wedding dress?
The day is soon upon us.
Time has been passing. Like a fuck ton of time has been passing, hasn't it? Hi there! That's Doctor? That's me, I'm guessing? Another letter. Okay, this one is more intelligible cursive, actually. Dear Emily, the happy day will soon be upon us. I'm certain Doctor would say all this excitement is not good for me, but I haven't felt so well in years upon years. I'm concerned about Aegeus. We're no longer Aegeus, we're Berenice now. I think, unless we're Aegeus reading a letter by Berenice. I'm concerned about Aegeus. He continues to be bookish as ever, but he is often distracted and distant. I feel certain, once our marriage vows are taken, he will adjust, as I will, to the unusual state of being happy. I do hope you can come to the wedding. I know it is a long journey, but it would be the first touch to a day... but it would be the final touch to a day of complete joy. Please, please come see us. Your loving friend, Berenice. What is this wallpaper? Necronomicon Ex Mortis chilling on the desk there. Where am I? I think we are Berenice now. And we apparently have a habit of falling into trances. Okay, so this room... Okay, that's just a... It was a weird, like, crochet curtain. See that? That's probably passage of time. So, we're just kind of like wasting away in anticipation of a wedding? Is that what's going on here? Looks like we can leave this room, but I should have a closer look for it. Huh? Is that just what happens when you look away from the door? I guess so, okay. I'm on the bed now. Okay, let's leave the room. So this is the Poynton house. I can't seem to go down the stairs. But I can go down the hall. No, I actually can't go down the hall either. Okay, now I can go down the stairs. I'm not leaving the house. Jeez, this is his library. How are you, my bookish fiance? I don't think he was wearing blue like that before. I'm noticing something of a wind chime motif with these fellas' eyes. What happens if I click on him when he slows down again? I want to turn my back to him. There was an option to click on him, and I didn't take it, and now it's gone.
Darling? Oh, you're occupied. I'll return at a better time.
It's a way of putting it.
Elise doesn't look well at all.
I think we're entering a trance. She looks melty.
Perhaps I should get the doctor.
How are we gonna do that? Is he visiting?
I'm not well either.
No, you aren't. You're so not well.
I must get my medicine.
Medicine. Where do you keep it? Where do you keep the medicine? Is it this shit?
My medicine.
No! Lick it off the table, damn it!
What's to be done? Oh my. Oh my.
I'm sorry.
She's gone.
Am I in a fucking coffin?
No.
I'm in a fucking coffin. They thought I died.
What have they done?
Nah.
Help! Help! Let me out! Please! I'm alive!
Oh.
Alive!
noises.
Thank God.
That was a fucking effective scream. That shit was painful to listen to. I feel like screams are such an easy thing to get wrong in a game like this, but that shit sounded right. Am I a Jace again? Okay, wait, so...
It must have been a dream. A dream dark and disturbing.
I'm back to
a
where I
haunting
started.
Dream. I was glad to find myself back in Edwin's silent home.
That's right, okay. So the game started here, and then that shit happened. Wow. Is that what this whole game is gonna be like? I'm just wandering this home and just suddenly get hit with, like, horrific visions? What the fuck are you?
It's a portrait of my mother.
You must have had a
She
great
died
relationship.
When I was quite young. God rest her soul. I suppose you might say she resembles Elise. Something about the eye?
Something about the eye. Explain yourself, Mayor
Where
McCheese.
is Elise? She's been spending far too much time with your brother.
There goes Uncle Edwin. Just fucking jump scared myself with that painting. Can I look at his painting yet? Because I want to. What is that? Looks like a pair of pliers, but like toothed and curvy at the end. It's like if you mixed a frog and a pair of pliers. This room isn't... There's a birdcage. That could have been Berenice's. I was gonna say, I don't think this room is one of the places we saw in the past dream. What's this letter? Dear Cousin Edwin. Oh, okay, this is some smaller type. I'm gonna do my best with this. Due to the unfortunate prejudices of my employer, I find myself suddenly without work and in acute for something difficulty. It would be of commemorable assistance to me if you would suffer my presence for some short time at your estate. I require some time away from the pernicious influences of the city to right myself and heal my energies. I await your reply with humble hopes. Please express my dearest affections to my dear aunt, I think, Elise, your ward. I'm afraid I don't quite know. I'm afraid I don't quite know what to do with myself in this world. Perhaps you can give me some good advice. Your nephew, Henry. Henry is us. No, Henry is our brother. And he's come to stay here because he lost his job and he's confused. And what is this thing? This is phrenology, isn't it? Okay, so on the menu screen of this game, I booted this up last night just to have a look at it. It said something in front of like the pick a save file thing. This study in phrenology is prepared for, and then you like pick your name of which profile you are. I googled it because I'd never heard that word before. Phrenology is a pseudoscience that was retired in the late 1800s, I think, that is basically the idea and the study of different bumps on the skull cap on the cranium can result in different neurological conditions and fixations. And apparently it was totally unfounded and didn't make any sense, and since then, science has delegitimized it. Or at least academia. And it seems like that is going to be a motif in this game. Hang on. Is this... This isn't actually the same house that we just had that nightmare in. The staircase is a curved staircase to the side. It's not a double. I don't even want to know what that painting is of, but I'm assuming it's Uncle Edwin's handiwork. You can enter this door. Is there writing on the wall? Like, literally writing on the wall? I think there might be. That looks like Greek or Hebrew. I think I see Greek letters in there. What are you? Oh, a fish! I love fish. I especially love flying fish. It is a fun and rewarding exercise. How do I cut it open? Hey, wait a second. Why is there a fish in here? That part just occurred to me. It's a little strange. Well, I can't say I knew what that was about. There's a basement, I think, that I have no plans to visit for as long as I can. Is this the room where Henry and... Oh, this door's slightly opened. Or is it just crooked? What? Never mind where the wall is. Where's the earth? Are we just a floating house in the sky? In here an ocean, so I'm assuming we're on a coast somewhere. Where was Poe from? Georgia, Virginia, somewhere like that? West Virginia? I think he might have been West Virginia, but I'm not sure. Maybe Maryland. God, I'm such a fake Poe fan. Piano. You have to hold the mouse down. That's funny. So the player character has some kind of musical talent. Interesting. I wonder where the others have gone. Third story. Haven't been up here yet. Strange shit on the windows. Oh, is this just a tower? I think it is. And it has strange things drawn on the windows. I think I will go away from that now. This looks like a guest bedroom. Ain't shit in here. About the next one. A person! You're Henry, ain't you?
I'm glad you've come. I have determined to ask Elise's hand.
Well, at least I'm not marrying my cousin.
I know it's foolish, but my heart pounds so earnestly within. Surely you understand.
Uh-huh. Sure. You keep doing that. Is there someone in this bed? No, just want to make sure.
I fear Edwin will be opposed. He dotes on her so, and he's always been contemptuous of my circumstances. Please, speak well of me to him. It means my whole life.
Did you lie to Edwin when you
speak with her?
I feel like he lied to Edwin when he said he was down on his luck, and he actually just wanted to move in here to go see Elise. Dearest Henry, this is a letter from Elise to Henry. Your recent declarations have left me at an extremity of emotion. For my part, your tender affections are gratefully received, but at the same moment, I am confused and uncertain. You will forgive me if I spend today alone, in the fresh air, while I hope to order my thoughts. Affectionately, Elise. Huh. If she says she's spending the day alone in the fresh air, that means she's outside, doesn't it? Can I maybe go find her now? How about downstairs? Is that a choice? Good things always happen in the basement of Poe stories. You're the caretaker, ain't you?
Had bad dreams last night, did you?
How did you know, my friend? What the hell is this place? If there were to be a cask of Amontillado part of this game, it would happen down here. Why does this man just have the Wickford Castle dungeon underneath his house? Okay, I have to be careful. I actually don't want to get lost here. Actually, I can't even go in that direction. Dude, imagine actually being able to light your house with torches. I don't even think I caught his name. Can I learn what this sorry-looking fellow is? No, I can't. What is he doing? He's whittling? I think he's actually applying mortar to a brick. That is some very Cask of Amontillado activity. There he is.
I won't hear of it. I simply won't hear of it.
Edwin, please, see reason.
She's far too young for you, for any man. Are you insane? She's your cousin, for God's sake.
Thank
What
you,
of her
Edwin.
wishes?
Elise is confined to her room, indefinitely. And you, young man, stay clear of me.
Alright, Edwin based, confirmed. Oh shit, we just entered fucking Alan Wake mode. Okay, so my guess as to what this is that once you enter this state of mind in the game, where you hear whispers and everything goes dark, you can now interact with one of the items somewhere in the game that leads you to one of those little nightmare segments. So if that's the case, I want to go interact with the fish, actually, and see what that does for me. Will the fish now unlock some other level? Yeah, take that shit. And I bet I could have gotten a level from the basement, too. That's an interesting looking fellow. Oh, that fellow is me.
True. Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous I had been and am. But why do people say that I am mad?
Why do people say that I am mad? I'm so looking forward to being done with school this summer so that I can actually sit down and read some of these Poe books when I have time. Newspaper.
He's done me no harm.
Whoa, hold up.
He's done me no harm.
Premature burial. Fearful shock follows. She possibly died through sheer terror. Is this about the lady from last time? Mr. Shaperton's wife, Mrs. Julia Emerson Shaperton, died, or so it was presumed, 3 years ago. However, when Mr. Shaperton opened the door to the vault, some white apparelled object fell rattling into his arms. It was the skeletal remains of his wife in her unmolded shroud. A careful investigation renders it evident that she must have
done me no harm.
That she must have revived some short time after her entombment, and that her struggles within the coffin had caused it to fall from a ledge to the floor where it was so broken as to permit her escape. On the uppermost of the steps which led down into the dread chamber was a large fragment of the coffin, with which, it seems, she endeavored to arrest attention by striking the iron door. While thus occupied, she probably swooned or possibly died through sheer terror, and, in failing, her shroud became entangled in some ironwork which projected interiorly. Thus she remained, and thus she rotted, erect. Oh my god. What is with Poe and writing stories about people being buried alive? Like, I'm assuming that newspaper is a reference to one of his stories, but even if it's not, that's just such a Poe thing. Just being stuck somewhere that you will never get out of, and just rotting alive. He always goes for that. Is this some kind of kitchen? Dude, fuck the mirrors in this game. The mirrors in this game are jump scare factories. Like, they're really well done, but you never know when you're about to turn and face a mirror. Look at that portly fellow. We painting? We're drawing? Funny looking dude who we drew him and then scratched out his eye for some reason. Me spectacles.
How has this idea entered my brain? It haunts me day and night.
Uh-huh. Guess it was just that drawer we could look at. What idea might that be which haunts you so? Is this an oil lamp? I don't know what that is. And I can't open this door. This door opens, but I don't think I can go through it. Oh, you fucker! So that's the guy I just drew and scratched out his eye. Greetings, sir. Who might you be?
You look as though you could use some hot soup.
Please. Is it fish soup, I hope? Who are you, though?
What is it? What is it about him that makes my blood run cold?
Is it the fact that you drew him or his eye? The eye. I'm gonna click on it this time. There goes the wind chimes. There's optional things like this that happen whenever the wind chimes come, and if you don't click on them immediately, they go away. I think. No, that's what it is. When you click on someone with the dark eye, you become them.
Good evening. Oh, good
Whoa.
evening.
Wait a second. Does that mean if I were to have clicked on Aegeus in the last chapter, would I have become him and in turn killed Berenice when she was buried? Oh, that's fucked. That is so fucked. I almost want to boot up a new playthrough and find out. So what is this story about? Did this guy draw me and then I came to life? Is that what's happening?
Is something troubling you?
Of course not.
Out of curiosity, has this article at all changed? The vault, a molded shroud. Less occupied, rotted, erect. No, it's the same. This game very clearly does change things when you're not looking, so I should get in the habit of re-examining documents.
Care for some supper?
I would love some supper.
Thank you very much.
God damn it, I love stew so much. I made the best damn stew a couple of months ago. I'm still talking about it. I'm still thinking about it. I literally just poured like a Trader Joe's IPA into the broth. Shit came out fire. Please pour ale into your soup. It's so good. Your stew, specifically. And it low-key looked a lot like this. And now I'm hungry for stew. And now I'm gonna make stew this weekend. See how these things happen? The stew effect? Let's go back to the little drawing room. Actually, I can't enter it. This door looks a little different. Oh, now I can't enter this room. There's no people in here. There's a painting of a woman, and that music is back. Portrait, not a painting. Why did that music play just when I picked it up, and then it went away as soon as I put it down? It's like a silly circusy waltz. The Odyssey. Oh look, it's my boy Polyphemus. Friends, no man kills me, no man in the hour of sleep. Hurts the polyphemy. With strange affright, thus breaks our slumbers and disturbs the night. Does any mortal in the unguarded hour of sleep oppress thee, or by fraud or power? I'm not... Ooh. Oh, look at that. Look at that unique hand gesture. I think I can pinch out the flame. Maybe. I don't know what that's about. I would have thought that would let me... It's gone now. That was weird. Uh-oh. Oh no, is this... Does this mean... Continue? Are we cool? Are we cool, the Dark Eye? Hit escape. Look at this, though. Okay, I get it. This is an anthology game. And each part of the head here is one of the stories, and we have 2 of them full. And this one looks like it's the Telltale Heart. Okay, I don't know what that script problem was. Hopefully that won't affect the playthrough. Oh, a light just went out over there. But, it seems to me like this might be the story of the Telltale Heart, which would be interesting. It's with the money.
660, 670, 87.
87 shillings. Outdoor concert. Invite the citizens of Milford. And a wedding ring? Okay. This game is so damn cryptic. Oh, fans out there watching this, please tell me if this is making more sense to you than it is to me. Maybe you guys are just picking up things that I'm missing. Picking up the spoon lets me have some, but I can also pick up the bowl. What if I, like, try to force it on him? Fuck you. Fuck these mirrors. Mirrors are my biggest ops. A person! I can open this door now, though, I think. Never mind. Can I go into this room yet? Still no. Let me read that passage of the Odyssey real quick, in case there is something somewhat important in it. From all their dens the one-eyed race repair, from rifted rocks and mountains bleak in air. All haste assembled at his well-known roar, inquire the cause and crowd the cavern door. What hurts thee, Polyphemy? What strange affright thus breaks our slumbers and disturbs the night? Does any mortal in the unguarded hour of sleep oppress thee, or by fraud or power? Or thieves insidious thy fair flock surprise? Thus they the Cyclops from his den replies. Friends, no man kills me, no man in the hour of sleep oppresses me with fraudful power. If no man hurt thee but the hand divine, inflict disease it fits thee to resign. To Jove or to thy father, Neptune, pray. The brethren cried and instant strode away. Joy touched my secret soul and conscious heart, pleased with the effect of conduct and of art. Meantime the Cyclop, raging with his wound, spreads his wide arms and searches round and round. Raging with his wound. Okay, they tried to pull a rhyme wound with round on me. Fuck that. At last the stone removing from the gate, with hands extended in the midst he sate, and searched each passing sheep and felt o'er, secure to seize us ere we reached the door. Such as his shallow wit he deemed was mine, but secret I revolved the deep design. 'Twas for our lives my laboring bosom wrought, each scheme I turned and sharpened every thought. This way and that I cast to save my friends, till one resolve my varying counsel ends. Well, that began to make less and less sense as the book carried on. I'm a little nervous. Was that screen that glitched on me, was it something important? With the candle, maybe? That guy's back again.
My, it's getting late.
Does that mean I should go to bed now? I think that might be what he's trying to tell me. Fuck you, mirror. I hate you.
Good night.
Yeah, we're going to bed.
Well, old friend.
Old friend, he calls me. Or maybe I called him old friend. Doesn't seem like I can just jump into... Oh, maybe now? No, I can't just sleep. What do I have to do before I can go to bed? Blow out the candle.
Sleep at last.
That's it. Sleep at last.
It's been a long... Oh, oh yes.
This is what I sound like when I sleep. Wait, is this a choice thing? Okay, make a decision quick. I'm gonna click on the guy. Oh, was it too late? Click on the guy. He's got a lantern. I think this is my dreams. These are different things I'm dreaming about. Let's dream about the woman. It's like a waltz or something.
Who's there? What could it be?
Why? Is that it? Maybe I didn't play the whole thing. No, I probably did, but... Again, there's probably different ways you can play it. If you hit escape, you get... Okay, no, go back to the actual game. If I click on it again... This is new. It spit me back into the stream, but the guy's not here. And I'm playing as the fat, round man. What happened? I do not follow. I'm sorry, by the same rationale, can I go back to the first one? I can. Back out of both of them. Just hit begin. And if I click on the eye itself, this sends me back to the house. It does. Well, this seems to have been long enough for a first part, at least, I think, so I'm gonna put the ball in your guys' court. Maybe you can, without spoilers, explain to me what some of these devices are. Can I revisit and, like, go back and play some of the stories I've already done? If I can, should I do that? Or should I just keep pushing forward? Again, please, no spoilers in the comment section. I'm pretty excited about how little I know about this game, despite some little things of Poe that I do know, just in general, but yeah, this is a fucking cool one. This is really neat that I got it to work, for one thing. If you want to play this game for yourself, then I will have a link in the comments to the site that I used. Just follow the instructions and it should be just fine. Again, this game is abandonware, which means it can no longer be purchased legally in any way, can't be sold, can't be bought, so there is nothing morally incorrect in special cases like this about pirating this game. So, yeah, free to all. I got it to work on Windows 10, you probably can too. Yeah, it's definitely got me pretty good sometimes. I feel like a lot of it isn't meant to be jump scares, but it's just that I am turning and seeing something new at a moment where I'm not expecting to. Cool game. I especially love the music. It's very, very period, I guess. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Vote for Holt.